Imagine a little boy barefoot on a leaking roof, rain dripping into tin bowls while his empty stomach growls louder than thunder. That boy is now 71. Every laugh you've ever heard from him was paid for in blood. Every impossible flip bought with a bone that never set quite right. If you've ever believed a human being could turn pain into poetry, stay with me, because the story you thought you knew is only the trailer. He was born in 1954. Hong Kong, the only child of two cooks who worked for foreigners and came home with nothing but tired feet. Love, for him, was whatever rice stuck to the bottom of the pot. At 7. His parents sailed to Australia chasing wages. They left him at a brutal opera academy, where dawn started with a whip crack and midnight ended with bruises. 14 hours a day, flips, kicks, songs, smiles, sleep on a plank. Eat cold kanji, cry only when the lights went out. He cried plenty, yet every tear watered something fierce inside him. By 10, he was on stage with the Seven Little Fortunes, a tiny body flying through air thick with cigarette smoke while rich strangers clapped for tricks built on terror. He smiled wider when the master's stick landed hardest. Pain, he learned, was the only teacher who never left the room. 17 hit like a slammed door. Contract over. Parents still oceans away. Pockets empty. He slept under theater awnings, washed dishes for scraps. Once picked rice off the ground after a stall owner kicked the bowl. He ate it anyway. Tears, he decided, were a luxury he couldn't afford. Then, one rainy night, he saw a film crew. A stuntman crashed through glass, rolled. Stood up laughing. Something electric shot through the boy. I can fall harder than that, he whispered. Within weeks, he was the body they threw tables, walls, windows, on the set of Fist of Fury. Bruce Lee cracked 2 of his ribs. When the take ended, Lee crouched. You okay? First time anyone asked. He grinned through blood. He was home. But Bruce died. The copies flopped. And the street took him back. One stunt went wrong 25 feet straight down. Skull-kissing concrete. He woke under a swinging bulb. Blood pooling like spilled ink. The crew had gone home. Only pain kept the appointment. That night he swore, never copy. Only create. He let comedy slip into the punches. Let the fall guy wink at the camera. 1978. A. Tiny theater. Snake in the eagle's shadow. He sat in the back row. Borrowed jacket, heart louder than the projector. The first slapstick fight hit, audience roared with laughter. Not at him, with him. Tears rolled, but this time they tasted like sunrise. Drunken Master came next. Hong Kong laughed itself dizzy. The beggar boy was suddenly feeding the world joy. Project A. Police story, rumble in the Bronx, rush hour, each bigger. Each paid for with fresh fractures. He hung from clock towers, slid down electric poles. Crashed real glass because fake looks fake. Every premiere, the crew carried him off set on a stretcher. Every morning he taped the cracks. And did it again, halfway through this climb. Pause with me. If this story has already cracked something open in your chest. Share it. Let one more person remember that laughter can be medicine. Because the higher he flew, the heavier the shadows grew. Money poured in, cash bricks in the closet, 7 diamond watches. Parties that swallowed nights. He wrecked 2 sports cars before breakfast and laughed. Triad circled, demanding cuts. 20 men once cornered him in a restaurant. He stared them down with chopsticks in his fist. Fame built walls, but not doors. One night he found his childhood opera shoes torn, dusty. Honest. He held them and sobbed like the 7-year-old who never got to. Next day, he sold the watches, started a foundation, turned applause into school roofs and orphan smiles. He learned the hardest stunt, forgiving the man in the mirror. Love tried to catch him twice. First, a singer whose voice could quiet storms. She made him soup when his leg wouldn't bend, sang him to sleep when fame screamed. But sets kept calling. One dawn, she left 5 words on the piano. Take care of yourself always. He kept the note. Lost the girl. Years later, her song came on the radio the day she died at 42. He locked the hotel door and cried until morning. Then came the quiet. Actress who quit her own spotlight to raise their son, Joan, waited through missed birthdays, cold dinners, headlines that tried to burn the house down. When scandal exploded another woman, another child reporters camped in the rain. Joan poured tea. Closed curtains told their boy, don't look outside. When Jackie finally walked in, she simply said, eat something. No speech. No slab, just grace thick enough to stand on. He has spent 30 years trying to deserve it. His son grew up waving at a father on movie posters. Gifts. Arrived guitars. Puppies, apologies wrapped in vows. Time never did. When the boy stumbled, drugs. Headlines, Jackie froze, ashamed to visit, afraid to speak. He wrote letters he never sent. Today they pose side by side for cameras. Smiles polite, eyes searching for the bridge that never got built. And then there's the daughter born into silence. She grew up under headlines that called her abandoned. At 19, she slept under bridges while her father owned yachts. She came out, stood tall, posted a video, we've been homeless a month. Jackie watched, voice soft. As long as she's happy. 4 words that cost more than any diamond. Now, 71. Mornings are slow. Knees. Quick like loose film reels. He trains anyway, shadow. Punches in the garden while koi glide under a red. Bridge. Joan brings tea before it cools. They eat at a small wooden table. Quiet the way old songs are quiet. He still signs every charity check himself. Still records New Year videos from the couch. Stay healthy. Stay kind. Millions answer, we love you. Shifu. His body is a museum of fractured skull plate, fused ankles. Spine compressed like a bent spring. Every step pays rent on the life he chose. But when he smiles, the cracks glow because he knows the secret now. Falling is easy. Standing back up until the world stands with you. That's the masterpiece. So tonight, look at your own scars. The missed call, the stupid fight, the dream you buried. They're not the end. They're the raw material. Shape them into something that makes strangers cry in the dark. If this man, this broke-bone poet, taught you anything, carry it forward. Hit like if you'll never forget. Him. Subscribe for more lives that refuse to quit. And share this story. Not for views. For the kid somewhere right now eating cold rice. Under a leaking roof. Let him hear laughter. Coming. Because one day he'll stand on a stage. Bruised, grinning. And the whole world will clap for the tricks built on every tear he never wasted. Just like Jackie did. Just like you can. Peace in your heart. Fire in your fall. See you in the next rise.